Welcome back to the Brutally Honest Podcast. I'm your host, Brianna Sprins, and I choosily decided to downgrade my podcast setup. I had a studio that I would pay a lot of money for monthly to make my podcast at, and I want to just start podcasting again, and the only way that I can start doing it again is if I just make the setup easier on me, where I just set up my camera, my mic, and I'm good to go. So today's topic that we need to talk about is I'm really struggling with boys. We're talking about boys in today's episode. I feel like there's a lot of talks about boys on social media, like a lot of girl talks about boys. And usually it's like they're toxic, they suck, they, whatever, like the ish is going on. I had that era with boys where, they're toxic and they suck, and they still do. But this talk that I want to talk to you about boys is more so something that does with me. Yeah, isn't that crazy? A girl talking about boys and doing like the girl talk that girls usually do on social media, and it's not me roasting men. I am in my 20s, and I'm noticing that there's just like new layers of experience that you go through. Okay, I told you I downgraded my setup. Y'all gotta work with me. Anyways, there is new layers of experience that I go through as a 20-year-old when it comes to experiencing boys. And I had my toxic era where like I was in the hookup era and like men were horrible. That's usually when the guys are the most toxic that the girls like to rant about on social media, is if you're like in the hookup era. If you're not in the hookup era, then it's more likely that you don't get played as much, and that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to transition out of the hookup era, but that's where the rant comes in, is it's hard out here nowadays to not be in that. Like, it's so strange that asking for 3 dates, romance, and just to be treated good is so rare nowadays. Like, it almost seems like it's stranger to go on dates first than hook up first. I was talking to someone about this where we're playing a game. It was a guy, and we're playing a game together, and it was like one of those card games where they ask you questions, and one of the questions was, how many dates until you can hook up? And we both were like a little stumbled because times have changed so much, where it's almost like, how many times do you hook up until you go on a date? And I have always had a traditional mindset growing up, and that's why men have been such a pain on me. It's been really hard because I'm a girl who does want to be wine and dine. I'm a girl that does kind of like want romance, dare I say. And I've been hurt a lot going into things expecting that and not getting that. I've been hurt so much, honestly, and a lot of times I would just fold and just like hook up with a guy because I felt as if I didn't, then they'd be mad at me or be confused with me or think I'm weird or something's off with me, and that's crazy. Like, that's usually like the expectation, like, to hook up. And I do this thing now, like if I do meet up with guys, maybe I meet up with them on Tinder, I tell them that I have a 3-date rule, or I'm not trying to hook up. I'm saying the word hook up, but you guys know what I mean. Try to be PG on here a little bit. But some of them react weird to that. And I don't like it. I don't like what our culture of dating and all that has turned into. And I'm really working on trying to raise my standards because I know there's a way out of this hookup dilemma thing going on. I know there is hope, and there is still a group of people out there who like traditional stuff, shall I say. And that, for me to find that, it starts with me raising my standards and finding myself and really knowing what I want and who I am, and knowing how to truly set my boundaries. Like, when I tell a guy I don't want to hook up, that means I don't want to hook up, because there's also been a lot of times where I start off telling them I don't want to hook up, and then I fold and I hook up with them, and then I feel guilty, and then I feel like there's something wrong with me, or like I'm just another one of those girls, or they're just not going to take me serious, because as a girl in the dating scene, there's such a fear of being played, or guys not taking you serious, or just them like making it seem like you're the one and then immediately ghosting you. Like, it's just so sad what it's really turned into. The fact that people just ghost other people so easily is just so sad. And in the beginning of learning about the journey of being with a guy, you know, graduating high school and going into my 20s, living on my own, that's when you really learn what it's like to be with a guy. I feel like high school is just like a fun little era, and then that's when like ish hits the fan, is in your 20s. Because it's also about maintaining an adult relationship, which is hard, and everyone has their lives going on, and to want to form something with someone that is starting off as a stranger, but you just feel that there could be potential there, is a hard process, which I like to call the courting stage, and it's the hardest process for me. I'm very, very hard at the courting stage. I'm just overall saying I'm just so bad at this, like, overall, like, society's version of dating, where everything starts off with hooking up now, and there's this, like, quote unquote, I like to call it the courting stage, where it's like have this weird back and forth energy. You can't be too much, or if they're too much, it's an ick, and then you have to like start off with texting them. Oh my gosh, I hate texting for the life of me. I can't text. I have a secret, guys, and I'm going to expose myself. I sometimes will literally screenshot the text and put it into ChatGPT and search a GPT for dating, and just have ChatGPT do it for me, and it's like yeah, like, I just don't operate in the way that dating wants me to operate now. And that's why I've been like hitting this wall, because I just am starting to really beat myself up and feel like something's so wrong with me, because I think I've mentioned this before, I'm 21 and I've never had a boyfriend before, and I'm really trying to work on that. I don't want to be 21 and not have a boyfriend before. So that's why I've been putting myself out there and experiencing the dating scene more, and just really diving into different depths of it. But I just keep hitting the same wall with guys, where it's just not going where I want it to go, or I'm just not into them anymore, or honestly, I do behaviors that are embarrassing because I'm so bad at the courting stage, and I don't know how to play the game. I don't know how to do the energy exchange. I don't know how to go away when I should go away, and I mess things up. This is what my podcast episode is on. This just been on my mind. I'm just starting my Brutally Honest podcast up again, and I just want to do it in this more chill, simple way, because sometimes I just have thoughts like this and I want to get them out there. But thank you for watching my season 2 of Brutally Honest. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.